This is Karita Parks with Bowie TV at M&T Bank Stadium, where the Baltimore Ravens knocked off the 5-1 Detroit Lions, who came into this game really playing at a top-tier level. But it was Baltimore Ravens from start to finish. Lamar Jackson threw for over 350 yards, 3 touchdown passes, 1 rushing touchdown. Everybody was in on it. This was probably the most cohesiveness that we've seen from the Ravens offense thus far. In the entire offseason, we talked about the potential of Lamar Jackson and this offense under Todd Monken, and today we saw what they are capable of. However, even though the Ravens put on such a strong performance, they are not satisfied. They still feel like there is plenty of work for them to do, which, if there is, this team is going to be dangerous down the stretch. Now let's talk about the defense. They held the Lions to 6 points. And one thing that Patrick Queen harped on in post-game is the fact that he was upset that they let them get that score. So this defense is also locked in. Raquan Smith said earlier on in the season that the Ravens defense doesn't have any weaknesses, and this was a statement game for them. Also, in speaking with Patrick Queen after the game, I asked him if he thought that this Ravens defense was flying under the radar, and he said, quite frankly, he doesn't care, that they hold themselves to their own standard. The Ravens face the Arizona Cardinals next week, and they're already thinking about that game and what they need to do to continue this momentum. This is Karita Parks with Bowie Television. Be sure to follow us for all your Ravens coverage.
Well, I just want to say, humbly, God be the glory. We fight and we compete, and we have a lot of guys that have their faith. And it's a big part of national football. It's a big part of what we do, and we have an opportunity like that just to be grateful for the graciousness of God and the grace that He gives us. Is a valuable, wonderful thing, and our guys feel that way. Also, I want to mention Muhammad Ibrahim and an injury, so we'll be praying for him tonight. I hope he's well. Proud of the guys. Mark Andrews, I don't know how many touchdowns he had. Bunch. 2? Seemed like more. I like the way you're thinking. I like the way you're thinking. So, what questions do you have?
John, you've heard everything people are talking about the Lions and their double-digit wins, things like double-digit victories and points. Do you feel the way you guys came out today, was this a statement game in any way for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can define all that stuff the way you want, and it's cool. We're going to just define it in terms of what we think we're capable of playing like. And I promise you all there were things in that game that we feel like we can do better. But the things that we did well, we stand on and we build on. The things we can do better, we got to take with us out to Arizona and find a way to keep getting better. So that kind of creates a vision for what we can be. But let's go be even better.
John, do you remember the last time you guys played that complete of a game in your mind?
I haven't been thinking about that right now. I haven't.
John, you normally, when you win the toss, you'll often defer. And today you chose to have the ball. Was that a matter of trying to set the tone? What went into that decision?
That was a win thing. We felt like we wanted to set ourselves up so we could possibly, with the wind blowing the way it was, that we would have the choice to take the win in the fourth quarter if we wanted. That's what we did.
John, speaking of performances, you've been around a lot of Lamar Jackson games. How would you describe that? How do you rate that performance today?
Well, you know, every time we have a win, my dad texts me, he says, "That was your best win ever." You know? So I'd say that was his best game ever. You know, but he played a great game. I just been so many great games, but Lamar got the Lions spike, along with all the guys making plays. It was wall to wall. It was wall to wall from the beginning to the end.
Coach, what's been most impressive about Lamar's growth as a quarterback?
You know, so many things. I just think everybody's got their own unique path, and everybody wants to make comparisons. I mean, Lamar's his own unique person, style, challenges that he faces, all those different kind of things. I just think he's very determined, very persistent. He's not even that. I don't think he's even that happy with the game. But I see him in the locker room right now. It's not like he's all giddy in there, is he, Mark?
No.
Sure wasn't. He's thinking about the plays that he could have had when he comes in here. See? Right? He's thinking about the plays he wants to do better at. So that's how all our guys are thinking right now. That's how they should be thinking. But Lamar, I just said it. I said my dad always says the last when we win, he said that was the best game ever. So he asked me where it ranked. So it's the last one, so it's the best one, right?
John, what went into the decision to go for a 4th and 4 on the original, on your initial drive?
4th and 4? To go for 4th and 4?
On 4th.
Lamar's
touchdown.
One that we didn't think, yeah. We thought our plan was to go for 4th and 1 or less in those situations. We weren't going to go for 4th and 2. Plan strategically early in the game was to be 4th and 1 or less once we got down there close enough.
John, you didn't lose the day of preparation, but you had a long flight back Monday. You've been on the road 3 straight weeks, you come back. Kind of how pleased were you how your guys handled that? And could you tell in practice this week that they were really dialed in and any potential concerns about a London hangover weren't legit?
100%. They were locked in from day one. Every single guy was completely locked into practice. We had 3 excellent practices. I'll tell you, one thing about these guys, there's no turning to the right nor to the left. They are like this. That's how their focus is right now, every single day. You love it as a coach. That's how they feel. That's how they go to work. I wasn't even thinking about it. Everybody kept asking me about not taking the bye or whatever. You know, there you go.
John, you guys have had the pass rush production really every week. I mean, do you feel like that's been an area where you guys have been particularly resourceful and you haven't necessarily done it the same way every week?
No, I think we've done it the same way every week. Those guys are bringing it with a real viciousness about the way they rush the passer. I mean, they're bringing it, you know, and the technique is getting better. The timing on the stunts and the blitzes are better. The individual moves are better. And Chuck Smith's done a great job. Anthony Muir's done a great job of coaching those guys. But we got some legit pass rushers. I mean, just give the guys credit. You know, give the guys who are rushing the quarterback credit. Start talking about them. You know, because I think they deserve it.
Coach, 2 weeks ago was the drops in Pittsburgh. Last week it was all talk about the red zone and all that stuff. To make these quick corrections in a week-to-week league, what's it say about your team?
I'm really not into any big overarching themes. You know, I just think you got guys that they said it afterwards. You know, you go back to work and these guys are capable. Our guys, we have playmakers. We have tough guys. We have physical players. We have smart players. We have guys that, like we said, are focused, that work really hard, and we have playmakers. So nobody's surprised. You know, we just want to keep stacking it. Just keep improving and keep stacking it.
John, when you talk guys in the secondary, what are you looking forward to? You keep finding the right guys to kind of fill in.
Yeah. You know, it takes a lot of. You got to be steel playing back there, don't you, Mike? I mean, you got to have a certain mindset. You know, and we want tough guys. We want guys that'll do their job. You know, we want guys that'll have their eyes where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there. Tackle, play hard. But guys that get the ball off receivers, those are all things that we look for.
John, Zay Flowers wide open, Patrick Ricard wide open for like 25 yards. Gus Edwards has the entire field in front of him. Are those Todd Monken schemes, or what worked? What made those plays work so well?
I mean, the schemes were great. You know, I felt like they did a great job. And Todd deserves credit. Matter of fact, Todd got a game ball with the offensive coaches in there, so that was great. And he had a few choice words for the guys, which was fun. But it was execution too. I mean, those plays are great plays, but they were executed well. Start with the quarterback. I mean, Lamar in and out of the huddle, executing the way he did. How about the pass protection? I mean, the offensive line deserves a ton of credit right there. That was a really good pass rush team, a power rushing team. Wants to knock you back into the quarterback and cage rush the quarterback. And Lamar had plenty of time back there.
Every week we see, you know, a new wrinkle, a new tweak to this offense. Obviously, just the idea of building something together with Todd and with the kind of main factors of this offense. What is that kind of, you know, optimism provides you for going forward, just knowing that you will have that kind of flexibility?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing for you guys to think about, right about. You'll come up with some great stat, analysis, right, and it's really interesting. I'll read it, it'll be cool. But really, all we just gotta be thinking about is Arizona. So all we gotta be thinking about is the Cardinals.
All right, thanks,
All right,
Coach.
thank you.
So, Lamar, Lions had the best record in the NFL coming here, and you beat them by 32. What does that say about the Ravens?
Well, I mean, we doing what we're supposed to do. Like I always say, sky's the limit for us. We just should have stay out.
Lamar, you don't seem very happy after a performance like this.
I mean, I believe if you play regular season games, you should be okay with winning. I'm all right with winning, but it's still regular season. We made strides for improvement last week and early on in the season. I believe we did, but it's just my regular season game.
Lamar,
What does it feel like when you guys in the first half are clicking like that and you're finishing every drive with touchdowns? What is the feeling? What is the confidence level? What was it like today in the first half?
Just keep being consistent, keep doing what we're doing. We had one hiccup, me and Justin, but we talked about it on the sideline, and we shouldn't be having that problem anymore. But little stuff like that, that's why I'm not, pleased with the win, because we was trying to strive for every drive we were going to score, put points on the board, but we didn't because of that fumble. But it's pretty good. We got the win, so I'm satisfied.
Lamar, you talked a lot about leaving plays on the field, and you guys hit on a lot of big plays today. You lit up the scoreboard. I mean, just what did it feel like to see the offense kind of, at least, I would imagine, getting close to what you guys would want to look like each Sunday?
I mean, it's pretty good. That's what we expected. That's what we expect out of each other. Our offense to be moving the ball down the field, no problem, and putting points on the board. But we need to just keep being consistent. That's the biggest aspect I got out of this game.
When we spent the whole summer asking you about Monken's offense, and you told us how excited you were, is this kind of what you had in mind, kind of what you envisioned?
Yeah, we just need to keep doing it week in, week out, not just one game and next week, the following week is, where did the offense go and stuff like that. I don't like seeing stuff and hearing stuff like that, because I believe we got a great offense.
Well, you guys took, you won the coin toss and then took the ball, and then you went down the field and scored, fourth down play. How important was that? Do you feel like that kind of set the tone for this game?
I wasn't expecting, because all season I don't believe we won a coin toss, and I said this last week. You see on the sideline, like, we haven't won a coin toss, and we be getting the ball first every game, But when we won, I was expecting the defense to go out there, and then Snoop told me, we out there first. I was cool with it, but we just had to be focused, and that's what we did. We was a lot focused, a lot sharp. I believe, but we just need to keep doing it.
Lamar, John talked about the offensive line. Seems like, especially in the first half, I don't know that I've ever seen you on a regular basis have as much time to throw as you did. I mean, did it feel that way to you?
First of all, Detroit got a great defensive line. I believe our offense just about their tail off. Mo, Ty, John, Zyler, Ronnie, those guys just about their tail off. And with the timing I had, I just had to get my receivers, tight end, running back, fullback, the ball, great location. The sky's the limit for our offense. We just need to keep going.
Lamar, there were multiple times where you put the defense in an impossible situation. You didn't look like you were going to run, and then you threw the ball. The big one was to Gus Edwards. Was that you? Was that Coach Monken? Was that schemed up?
Well, actually, yeah. I would say it was schemed up. We had success with it. It was schemed up. I don't want to give it away, but hats off to Gus for having keeping his head up. And doing what he's supposed to do.
We do one more for Lamar. That it?
No.
Even better.
Kind of sleep, you said, the term you used was a sleeping giant. When you start correcting some mistakes, do you feel like that's more in line of what you're capable of when you cut out the mistakes?
Yeah, I think that was I think we played really well. I think it was efficient ball, consistent ball, and I think guys made plays left to right, everybody on the field. We have a lot of dangerous playmakers, so when we do that, we're efficient. It's hard to stop, and I think you saw that in the first 4 drives.
Mark, I know you want to have a big game every week, but do you have any extra motivation with today being National Tight End Day?
Yeah, I think, for me, more importantly, we had a little boy in our facility this week, Isaac, that was I'm wearing an Isaac band, and I had met him a few years back in LA, and he was going through a hard time. Life's not fair, and he really touched me, and it was awesome to see him this week. So I told him that we were going to go out and I was going to get him some touchdowns and win this game. And just extremely blessed to be able to see how strong he is right now. And just the message is continue to fight, man. Just continue to fight and be happy. People are going through things in life, and just take it day by day. Just be happy you're alive and taking a breath like he does.
Mark, did it seem like Lamar was, Lamar's had games like this also, but did it seem like he was in his own? How on point do you feel Lamar was on today?
He was slinging it, man. He was on the money all day. Money Lamar. And at times, just extending drives, if you had to, but ball placement was incredible.
Were you surprised that they were kind of off you guys a little bit as far as coverage?
I think that, they played hard. They're a good team, and, I think we took advantage of, whatever amongst saw. They called a really good game plan. So, I think guys made plays.
Mark, you've talked all season about how good the potential is of this offense. To put it all together in this game, what does that do for the offense moving forward?
I think it's time. You talk about the time of year that it is. It's time to separate and become the team that you want to be. I think if we can continue to stack, continue to get better, and take it week by week. Now our focus on Arizona, and hopefully become even a better team this week than we were during this game. So that's our goal every week, is to get better.
Speaking of that, Mark, we've heard you talk about putting losses or disappointing performances behind you. Do you have to do that to some degree with a great performances as well?
I'm gonna, my mom and dad are in town and my girlfriend, so I'm gonna celebrate that. And I'm already looking on to Arizona. I'm excited about that, to go home and play a good game. This is a big game for us, and no one in this locker room or this organization is going to take this lightly.
Mark, when you look at what this offense did today, last week, obviously not scoring, but does it feel like you guys are kind of getting more in sync with Todd? He knows what you do well, and you know what he likes to call. Is that a thing for an offense like yours?
Today was lights out. I think just by Lamar, obviously Coach Monk, from the top down, on the offense side of the ball, those two guys were elite.
Mark, does it say anything about this team that, the overall team for the Ravens, to go out and beat a Lions team that had the best record in the NFL by 32 points?
Yeah, and I think guys were ready, prepared, and I think someone mentioned it earlier, and just that the whole week in London and getting back here, and I think that guys did a great job of getting their sleep, getting right, being pros, and showed today. Lights out, all three phases. Defense, shout out to them. They locked down every game. It's every game they're just bringing it. So we got a dangerous team. I'm excited. Like I said, just week by week.
You're a blocker as well. How would you rate the offensive performance?
10, man.
All right, thanks, Mike.
You're the celebratory locker room. Why do you think that is?
Because it's business for us, man. Obviously we can't get too high and we can't get too low. Obviously, we got Arizona. Coming off the London trip, not having a bye week, and then now flying to Arizona. It's vital for us as a team to get healthy, make sure we take care of our bodies, and that way we can come in Wednesday and operate the way we need to operate.
Do you think that this could be kind of a launching pad performance for the offense? You see what you're capable of and you put it all together.
I think every week is a launching pad for us, right? Because there's always things that we can correct. We'll look back at this film too, and there'll be things that we can correct. So as long as we have the mindset of growth, we'll be all right.
Morgan, with the amount of kind of personnel.
For you guys to come out and get this type of dominant win, not only at home, but against another team that's been really good this season.
It feels great. Haven't been here the last 3 weeks, and just finally getting back home. Suggs getting his introduction and stuff, so it really meant a lot just to go out there and do that for them, really just getting the win for them.
What do you credit to the fast start you guys had? They didn't have a first down until halfway through the second.
That's just what we've been preaching the whole season, just start fast and then finish. And obviously we had that one touchdown that we all want back, and it's just so many plays that could prevent that we all talking about. We're still pissed right now, but more business to handle.
You all heard all week about how good this Lions offense is. What did the defense want to prove this week?
They haven't played us yet, honestly. There's a lot of talk. They've been playing good ball. You gotta give it to them, give the credit when it's due. But we knew they haven't played us yet, and that's the whole focus was all we just playing our game, playing at the best of our ability, and going out there and doing that every play.
PQ, are you aware of just how few touchdowns you guys have had this year?
Yeah, we definitely know. We don't talk about it much, but we definitely know, and that's what we preach. If they don't score, then they can't. So obviously, we want to keep shutting them out, and that's why we're so pissed about the freaking touchdown that we gave up today.
Do you know what it's up to right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many total you got so far?
7?
I think 6.
6?
Like 1 is a special team.
Okay, yeah. I know now.
To that point of having played you guys yet, that was a common theme of what the players said in here. Is that something that you guys really take seriously? Kind of is that's a representation of who you are on defense?
Definitely. That's just based on who this team is and who this organization is before we even got here. So we're just trying to keep that brand of football going, and every week just playing to our level, playing to our standard, and not letting anybody just get any easy, cheap things. They're going to have to work for every single thing when they come up in here.
You guys don't shy away from any of that stuff. Do you think that kind of sets tone on game days about who you want to be and what you want to accomplish?
Definitely. We feel like everybody got to come through us, no matter who it is. Obviously, they was a great team doing great things, and you got to give credit when it's due, like I said, but they haven't played us. So that's what the whole thing was trying to prove today.
I know you know what you're capable of, but do you think that this defense has been flying under the radar a little bit thus far?
I mean, we really don't care, honestly. It's like I said, we're pissed about the touchdowns that we've been giving up because we know we really should have like just 1 touchdown on us right now that we got beat on. But other than that, we're just going out there playing our game, playing to the best of our ability. Like I said, it's a standard that we hold, and we want to uphold that.
Patrick, you mentioned big win, but hearing you and a lot of your teammates, it's not a big celebration. What's the mindset about winning games, even when they appear to be big from the outside?
Just week 7. We got a lot of football left to play. This win, like I said, was big, but that 1 touchdown that we gave up, we're all still pissed about. We knew it could have been a better game by us. Me personally, I know I didn't have the best game. Since I've been here, I've actually played pretty bad, so that's what I'm pissed about right now. But like I said, this week 7, we got more games ahead just to get better.
Because you got nicked up in the game, you came back out, finished out. You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Just got the win knocked out of me. Nothing major.
That overall effort.
It was pretty amazing, Like we said all week, we just came out and did what we had to do, and we just played our style of defense, and we just knew they haven't seen to face the defense this year like ours.
What does it feel like on the sideline, on the field, when you have your offense, talking about in the first half, when you have an offense clicking like that and your defense clicking like that at the same time, everything's going your way, what is the feeling, what's the confidence level like for this team?
It's an amazing feeling, and that should be the feeling all the time. We got a huge amount of faith in the offense as well as a huge amount of faith in us on the defense. So we just got to come out, play to the best of our ability, and I feel like we do that. The sky's the limit for us both.
There's a lot made this week about them having one of the top-ranked offenses. You having one of the top-ranked defenses. What do you think this kind of win says and shows about this team, this defense?
If I recall, I think early in the week I said I'm from the show me business. So, a lot of things happen here and there, but you got to show me once we're on the field. I don't believe in all the things that you hear and say, and like I said, that chin hadn't been tested just yet, so that's what it was.
What was that, your version of showing them?
I'll let you be the judge, I think the score is the judge, as well as, they got cheap yards at the end, but, hats off to just the way we played as a team, and just proud to be a part of it.
What was the message at halftime?
A statement of sorts to show everybody, because they get all this attention this week, to show people we're good.
Well, a statement, I guess, for the outsiders who, don't quite know exactly what we're about. But as far as the guys in the locker room, we had faith all week, from Tuesday, once we got Monday late, once we got back from London, we knew exactly what we had at hand, and we just went out, handled the business accordingly from Monday until Sunday, and we finished it up, enjoyed tonight, and then we'll move on to Arizona.
The London trip, there's a lot of talk about that and not taking the bye afterward. How do you think how pleased were you with the way that you guys responded during the week leading up to this point from the challenges of that trip?
Yeah, man, it was an awesome time over in London. Got the dub, and some people make excuses and some don't. So I'm not in the excuse-making business, nor are the guys that's in this locker room. So we just go out, do what we have to do, and handle business accordingly.
Rhoda had that game in front of so many Ravens legends, Suggs going in the Ring of Honor and all those guys watching there. What does it mean to you to perform that way in front of them?
Man, it's an amazing feeling just knowing, those guys came before us and, set the standard what it means to play as a Raven, as a Raven defense as well. The way those guys played, man, it means a lot just to be able to go out, perform in front of those legends and, everything they've done to set up to the Raven to have the name that they have and coming from those guys. So it was an amazing feeling. I'm just happy he was able to take care of business and play Raven style in front of those guys.
Roquan, you've been saying that this defense doesn't have any weaknesses. Do you think that this was a performance that supports what you've been saying all along?
I think if you look at it, every single week that we play, there's little things that's going to happen that's just, part of being in the league. And, those guys get paychecks as well, and they're some of the best in the business. But, yeah, as I look at it, man, from top to bottom, D-lines, linebackers, secondary, I don't really see any weaknesses. And if we're all on our game, it's very hard to move the ball on us, especially scoring. I know they got that one late, but, hey, live despite another day. We'll bounce back.
Roquan, you've kind of become the guy who's giving that speech in the field of the huddle before the game. I was curious what you said to those guys today.
Yeah, I normally don't share that information, but I'll give you a little sneak peek since you asked today. And I'm feeling good, But no, it was more so like I was just telling those guys, it's our house at the end of the day. They say it was Lions, they were coming to the bank, It wasn't a den in a nutshell. And then, I talked to team security and everyone. I told them, lock the doors, and we'll decide when we want to let them out. And I think we did it accordingly.
When you caught that pass and then you looked up and there was all that open field, 80-yard gain, what'd that feel like in just, I guess, today's win overall?
Man, it was a great feeling, man. Offense, I feel like we played the best we played so far this season. We still got a lot to build off of. And they just feel great making plays for the team and making plays for the offense.
And what about that 80-yard gain? When you're looking up and you got all that field in front of you.
Oh, it's crazy because I had a choice in there whether we would block the rusher or get open, and I said I'm gonna get open. And I knew it once I got open, there wasn't gonna be nobody there. So I wish I would have scored on it. I'll say that much.
Coach, is that the plan? Was that the play call along? Was it how it
No. That was just me faking. So it was supposed to be just a fake run, but it worked out. We gotta put it in there, hopefully.
Gus, can you talk about the preparation? You guys come up a 3-game road trip, right, and then back. There's no bye, etc. And Coach Harbaugh was saying that you guys were really focused this week. So just talk about the preparation.
Man, we kind of in like the meat of it all right now, and we knew we had to dig in, and we got a couple of West Coast games coming up as well. So just get over the hump, and this is an important part of our season, and I feel like we reacted well coming on from the long trip in London. We had a great practice this week. Just from the beginning, practice been great. Like I don't know if you guys seen it. I wish y'all guys would have seen it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But we was flying around in practice and then showed off.
They don't let us watch practice, Gus. Ask John if we can watch practice.
Nah, you asked, man.
Gus, you talked about, I think you said something like putting the fire out on the offensive problems in terms of you had the 7 drops a couple weeks ago. The team did the red zone issues last week. What was kind of the mood or focus of that of this week, given those last 2? Even though you won last week, obviously, what was the mood of the team, I guess?
I mean, we knew. I think everybody with the drops, everybody was really accountable about it. I've seen a lot of guys like getting the extra catches in, and just credit to the team and how much everybody takes it into heart. I feel like we bounced back great, but we still got a lot of more work to do. We haven't reached our full potential yet.
Everyone keeps saying that there's so much more work to do. How much more potential do you think this offense has?
It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop because we I feel like the first half we was close to almost perfect. We don't want to put the ball on the ground. We don't want to. We want to score every time we get in the red zone, and we're just gonna keep chasing perfection. It's hard to get there, but we're gonna keep chasing it.
Can you talk about the offensive line a little bit? The pass protection, as far as the offensive line is concerned, and the running game.
They buying in. We get an opportunity during the week to kind of get in there with the O-line and go over protection and all the stuff that they're doing and all the responsibilities they have and just calling it out and seeing things, and credits to them for their hard work and everything. And they played a great game. Even on the run game, there was a lot of yards out there. There was a lot of holes out there. And just big credits to them.
Things like that. So if they ever put a show on the front for them, it's great. Thank you.
What has this year, just the start of this year, meant to you personally, just the way that you've been such a key part of this defense?
Yeah, I just feel like it's great for me just to be able to fill in my role, wherever it is, and show what I'm able to do at a high level every day, every week. That's what I try to do, and just for it to be paying off, I'm grateful for it.
In those first 3 and outs, did you feel the Lions kind of reeling just as they were kind of feeling you guys out?
Yeah, no, you kind of knew what they were going to get to. Once they really couldn't get started, they're going to try to do a lot of screens, things like that, misdirection things. So we kind of knew what they were going to do. At the end of the day, you got to stop what they were going to do, and then finally be able to get sacks and turnovers were a big thing. To stop them what they were doing.
What do you think the key is for kind of having this performance every week as the season goes along?
It's just the fundamentals and the preparation we have each week. You got to get back to work Tuesday when we get back to the building. Just get ready. Get ready to put another performance on next week in Arizona. So, stacking days, stacking each week. That's a big thing. So that's what we want to do.
Jim, there was a lot of talk before the London trip about how the Ravens going to react. You guys went over there and got the win, came back here, had maybe the best game of the season. Do you think, in some ways, maybe that trip did something for you guys?
A little bit, I feel like we had a lot of team bonding over there. A lot of guys got together, things like that. We spent a whole week over in a foreign country all together, so you got the bond. And I feel like we're all get ready to step in the right direction. I feel like the offense starting to click, defense is clicking, special teams getting on the way. So I feel like we're just ready to start our stride.
You guys beat a good team by a big margin, and just listening to Lamar, Harbaugh, Andrews, pretty soft-spoken about it. What is the mindset? Do you celebrate, or what is the feeling?
Yeah, you want to enjoy wins. It's hard to get wins in the NFL, so you always want to enjoy the wins. But at the end of the day, we got to get ready to go back to work. We're playing another NFL team next week. The wins don't come by easy in this league, so get ready to go to work. And it is what it is. The Lions were a good team, but it's on to the next opponent.
Gino, what's the feeling amongst the team on the sideline or on the field, like the confidence level, when you guys are clicking like that on offense, and then defense? You're just shutting them down. So what's the confidence level for you guys, and what's the feeling?
The confidence level is high, but at the same time, the league is we got explosive offenses everywhere. So defensive mindset, you want to go out there and keep doing it every snap, every series, because you don't want to give up, because teams come back in this league a lot. So you're confident a lot what you're doing, but at the same time, you want to be able to block in.
Great start, and that was something that we really got to build on throughout the game.
Ronnie, Morgan said that it's a lot of fun playing for Monk because he's responsive as a coach. He takes into consideration what you guys like. I guess could you kind of elaborate on that and what it maybe leads to in a game like this?
Yeah, I love Monk, and just his approach to the game and the accountability he has to himself and to us. He'll never point the finger at us. He's always thinking about what he can do better, put us in a better position, and to play for a guy like that is it's a blessing. And I'm very happy, because he's always in there trying to dial up things and make us better.
Hart said it was a little PG-13 after he got the game ball post game. Was it just self-deprecating, or what he showed?
Oh no, Monk just likes to cuss a lot, but we're used to that, so it's all good.
Well, you've seen a lot of great games from Lamar Jackson. What did you think of this game today? How did he looked?
Lamar's been focused all season. He's locked in. He's not satisfied. He's been playing great, and he won't be satisfied until we get a Super Bowl. So I know what I'm getting in my quarterback.
Speaking of focus, you guys had the game with all the drops and then the red zone struggles we just talked about. What was the mood of this team coming into this game against the team that was hyped up?
We just wanted to focus on ourselves and, like I said, play to our potential. And we know we were playing a good team, but I think when we put the focus on ourselves and play to our potential, like I said, I think we're an elite offense, and I think we showed it today. But like I said, Monk always says not yet. So no matter what happens, we're never there yet.
Ronnie, how pleased are you with how the offensive line's coming together? Knowing you guys have had some injuries and guys in and out of the lineup, just coming together.
Yeah, guys have been battling through injuries all year, and I'm very happy with how guys are playing through them and how physical guys are playing. We're talking to each other. We have a lot of good chemistry, and that's something that we're only going to build on and progress.
There's been a lot made about the London trip, the challenges of it, but in some ways, do you think that trip helped you guys as a team?
Yeah, I do think that trip helped. To be able to be there for a week, kind of our hotel was kind of out of the way. There's not a lot of technology, so we just kind of built some camaraderie and more chemistry, and you come back and you have everything at your disposal. You feel a little bit rejuvenated. You feel like we have a lot at hand. And, I know guys, came back, a little tired, but we bounced back real quick on our schedule and, just kept moving forward.
The pass protection was outstanding. Lamar had a number of times when he had all day. What was it that kind of came together today that you guys held up so well?
I just think it's just going in every week, every day, just working on our technique, always trying to get better, never being satisfied. We knew that we needed to get better as an offensive line, giving Lamar more time, solidifying the pocket more, and, we went to work in doing that, and, it's something we're going to continue to do and get better at as well.
Thanks, Ron.